welcome to this chat. I'm so excited to have you here. Josh
Thank you very
and
much.
Courtney, where does that name come from?
Courtney?
Josh the cleaner.
Oh, I thought you were Courtney. I'm going to say it's Irish. Yeah, no, the cleaner basically came from when I had my debut fight in December of last year.
Oh, wow.
I got told that I needed to have a fight name to move forward.
Yeah.
And I've got quite a mad, convoluted mind anyway. I've got a very vivid, crazy imagination. So I had quite a few different things going through my head. But I thought there's certain things that I could use, certain things that I probably couldn't use.
Yeah.
So I've actually got a commercial cleaning company in Yorkshire and Liverpool, pretty much covering the whole north of England. So the way that I looked at it was the cleaner. I've got a cleaning company. Now a cleaner, like in the movies, let's say, is the one with Samuel L. Jackson, where he's a cleaner, so to speak, so to say, and he cleans up after murders.
Chaos. Yes. Oh, I like how you've done that. It's very.
So yeah, I just got a cleaner.
Yeah, and advertising at the same time, business-minded.
Of course, yeah, I've got my link for my company, as in deep cleaning specialist, on my link in my bio on Instagram.
Oh my God, I love it. Yes.
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about connecting the dots. So how does a businessman move into bare knuckle fighting? Like, where does that come from and what inspired you?
Do you know what? It was a bit of fate, really. It was never an intention of mine. It wasn't something I'd pre-planned, never something that I'd put into place previously and thought, I want to be a bare knuckle boxer. This is how I want to start earning my money and building myself as a person. It sort of just came around, quite an odd situation. So in December of last year, before my debut with the bare knuckle show, I was supposed to be fighting on a 4-ounce gloved amateur show in Leeds, and my opponent pulled out.
Oh God!
After I'd been putting the training to fight this other person on the Leeds show, boxing with gloves on. Now I get a phone call in the midst of all that, asking me, do I want to sign a professional contract to fight for BFBA, Bare Fist Boxing Association?
Yeah.
And I paid for it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas the amateur one didn't get paid for it.
Yeah.
A lot smaller production, and I was just doing that basically for fitness and whatnot. And so lads have got something to do. Do you know what I mean? Something good to do. Come on, lads, we're off to fight tonight. Have a few drinks afterwards. The full package, really. But so yeah, I got into it just by chance, really, by somebody pulling out of an amateur show, and then me getting asked to go on this production with the FBA. So yeah, it all started there. Only 6 months ago, if that.
Does it feel real to you? Has it sunk in that this life change is so huge?
Yeah, it felt real the minute I stepped in the ring for the first time, and there were TV cameras around me, there were people watching, and the person opposite me, I knew, was trained to come and try and take my head off.
What do you do with that? Like, I literally have goosebumps. I don't know if you can see my arm is just on fire, but to know that you're there and they have that intention. What does it do?
Yeah, of course.
Like, emotionally, how do you feel?
So I was a little bit apprehensive for the first fight because, like I say, I'm not really part of that world. I wasn't part of that world. But so I didn't know, am I going to go in here? I'm just going to get my head punched in. Am I going to get battered? Is blah, blah, blah. Is everybody... Do you know what I mean? I was more bothered about what other people thought on the first fight. What we're going to look like. He steps in ring thinking he's a big man, thinking he's tough, blah, blah, blah. And he's just going to get battered.
Yeah.
So the apprehension, I wasn't nervous. For whatever reason, I had this weird calmness about myself. Yeah. Where I'd gone into it's weird, but like an alternate universe in my own mind. So when I was walking in, it wasn't like I was going to fight somebody with bare knuckles. It was like I'd trained my mind to sort of get rid of any sort of negativity.
Wow.
And just the task and the that there in place just needs to be dealt with, basically. Get it done, get it dealt with, get it over and done with for the first one. So because of that apprehension, sort of pushed me on in the first fight.
Yeah.
So
and you're saying that with your second as well. You're in a 2-0 victory at the minute, and you're coming up to a third fight this weekend.
Yeah. So I signed with BFBA, and I had the first fight on December the 11th. And then they'd penciled me in for a next fight on the 26th of February. Sent me opponent over, a guy called Stumpy Taylor. Very, very tough guy. He actually used to be a football hooligan. I'm pretty sure it was for Burnley. And what I'd heard is if you hit him with a hammer, he'll get back up.
Jesus, you're getting in the ring with him, like, oh.
Again, the apprehension. I weren't nervous. I went with the mindset, I'm going to win. Do you know what I mean? I'm going there to win.
Mm-hmm.
And not because I dislike the guy, because I have a lot. In fact, me and Stumpy have become really close now, and I'm actually cornering him for a fight in a few weeks' time.
Oh my God!
And he's bought 2 tickets to come watch me fight this weekend. to come and support me.
Oh, I love that. So you have that mentality then, as the good sportsmanship. Is that
important? Of course, yeah.
Or do you want somebody to be a bad guy that you want to hate them so that you can?
Do you know what? You don't really see it in bare knuckle, because it's a dangerous game, a very, very dangerous game. People are getting hurt with it, regardless to what situation you see. You don't really need that sort of. So in glove boxing, people will say blah blah blah, they stand over and try and get to each other. I'm guessing some people will do it in bare knuckle, because there are some knobheads and everything. Do you know what I mean? That sort of like spoil it for everybody. But in boxing, they sort of need that to push for sales, because me personally, if I were to watch a 12-round fight in boxing, I like it and I respect them massively, because it takes some super fitness, next level human being to do it. Yeah. But I'd rather watch 3-4 rounds of serious shit going down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it is in that performance as well, I think. As you say, the sportsmanship of it, to be able to be this amazing athlete, and the endurance, the cardio ability, to be able to take a hit. Like, not many people are prepared for that, I don't think, physically, emotionally, mentally.
It takes some big cojones, you know what I mean? It takes some real big bollocks to jump in. And I'm not saying that, oh, look at me blowing smoke up my own arse, because it is a difficult one to do. Do you know what I mean? You can get the hardest men around that will not step in the ring in bare knuckle and do that. You know what I mean? Because it's a different world. Once you're in there, it's a very lonely place.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You get vision.
Yeah, how do you get out of that mindset afterwards, where you're so focused and the adrenaline must be so high? Does it take you days to sleep afterwards, or even the night before?
Well, I'll give you a prime example. So the last fight that I had with Stumpy Taylor, we'd gone in, I did some serious damage to Stumpy. His face was really bad. I dropped him 3 times in the first round, and then TKO knocked out after the third time I dropped him. But immediately, the first thing I wanted to do was make sure he was okay.
Oh.
So when they came up and they announced Josh, Courtney, blah, 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 all that bollocks.
Yeah.
The first thing I wanted to do was give him a cuddle and say, mate, I hope you're all right, blah, 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 which I did.
Yeah.
And then when we got out of the ring, I didn't know what to say to him. So like, he was stood and he was looking at me, and we sort of locked eyes.
Yeah.
And because it was a bit, we just had a fight, and he just lost, obviously, and I'd come out the victor.
Yeah.
I went over to him and I went, sorry, mate. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what else to say?
I'm fine afterwards.
He shook his hand and said, oh, I'm sorry, mate. He went, yeah, it's one of them, innit, blah, blah, blah. And then we had a beer and had a laugh and had a chat. He told me a little bit about himself, about his background, about his family. And then we've been speaking ever since.
Oh, that's nice. But what a strange world to be in, to go from that to then just behaving as a normal person, as if it didn't happen almost.
Business.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You're a family man as well, so how does your partner cope with that? How do your children cope? Your parents, your friends even? Can they watch?
So my children, they support it.
Yeah.
To a certain extent. They don't really know fully what it's all about. Just think, daddy's boxing, daddy trains, daddy goes and has a fight. But it's not out of hatred for somebody. It's not fighting in a pub. It's not fighting in a nightclub, wherever. It's a professional athletic sport.
Yes.
And they understand, explain these things to them. Now, my eldest daughter, she asks, can I watch it? Oh, I don't want to watch it. No, and I'd prefer them not to, because it's a blood sport.
It really is, isn't it? And someone that you really care about, to see them in that situation, it must be gut-wrenching for them. Have they tried to get out of it?
My partner comes to the fights and stands ringside, and she's like, she just cries.
It must be so hard. God.
Just cries from start to finish. She just said she holds her breath and cries. And luckily, my first fight only lasted 35 seconds. I knocked him out in first round in 35 seconds. And the second, sorry.
Jeez.
Yeah, well, that was on my debut, but then the second fight lasted 1 minute 23, so she can sort of hold her breath
Yeah, for that period of time you survive. Oh my God.
Well, hopefully it don't last any longer than that, because you'll just probably turn blue and just pass out.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you look towards her then? Do you try to make eye contact to reassure her, or are you completely focused?
No. I don't look at anybody. I don't lose sight. As soon as I get in that ring, the only person I'm looking at is my opponent.
Oh, amazing.
Into his soul.
Yeah, so how are you feeling about the fight that's coming up then? You're a few days away. Are you in that mindset already, or does that...
Yeah, I'm ready, yeah. I'm more than ready. I took this fight on 10 days notice. So what it was, I fought on the 26th of February, and I had 2 days out. I had a little bit of a party the night of the fight.
Yeah.
I had 2 days off training, and I was straight back at gym then, 2 days after. So I was fight ready. So when I got presented with this offer, and it were literally an offer I couldn't refuse. You want to fight on our show, blah, blah, blah. These are the numbers, this is this is that. Come down, say hello, tell us what you think.
Yeah.
I'm fighting. So it's just lucky I kept myself fight ready, because I could. A lot of people have a fight, have a couple months out.
Yeah.
Eat loads of shite.
Yeah.
But I didn't have stayed fit. I'm fight ready now. I could have fought the next day.
Oh my God. And how do you deal with injuries? You know, do you have a period of recovery where you need to be back to your peak, or you just train?
Luckily, in both fights, I haven't been punched yet. I haven't been hit. So, like, in fact, I tell a lie. The second fight with Stumpy Taylor, it hit me a couple of times in the body, but you don't really feel that.
Yeah.
When I tied him up against the rope, sort of thing. Maybe I had a little bit of maybe nerves when I were in there, like, oh, this guy's a little bit harder than the last guy. Do you know what I mean? So I tied him up against the ropes, and he hit me with a few body shots. But you don't feel him because of the environment you're in. I didn't feel anything. When I got out and I finished Stumpy, I was unscathed again. So I was like, so I ain't had to deal with no injuries. The only injury that I had was on my left hand. It was swollen up a little bit where I'd hit him.
You had to knock him out, like, God.
Oh yeah, wow. That's the only injury. I just got maybe 2 weeks for my hand to go down. My hand were a little bit bruised. I thought I'd broke my middle finger at first, knuckle. Yeah. But once the swelling went down, I was back to fighting.
Normal. Yeah. So what's your plan going forward then? Like, you've had a very rapid career so far. Where do you see yourself in a year from now, 5 years? What's the pinnacle of what you're hoping to achieve?
So I'm a businessman, me, Tracy. Your name is Tracy, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah.
Okay. So I'm all looking at the business aspect of it. Don't get me wrong, I like the athleticism side. I love keeping fit. I love to feel good. I love to live my life in a correct manner. You know, I've spent many years in the past living it incorrectly.
Livers, hearts, kidneys.
Exactly. So now I'm at a point in life where I can train, and then I can fight, and then I can get paid, and I can. Do you know what I mean? It's a career, so to speak. And I've just took it with took the bull by the horns, basically. And if there's money involved, and I keep mentioning money, but money's a massive thing. It helps the world go around. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't do it if the money wasn't involved.
Yeah.
Sounds ridiculous, but first and foremost, I do it for the love of money, not fighting.
Wow. Yeah. Goodness.
Make of that what you may.
Yeah. But like you say, that business mind that you have towards it, you're bringing in that attention towards what you do. You're advertising your family business at the same time.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I've got about 12 sponsors now as well. So I've got people sponsoring me financially, so they'll pay me a monthly amount. I've got sponsors. In fact, I've got a sponsor on now. I'll show you now. Oh. This is a tracksuit.
Yeah.
Made by Mode Trends, and they just give me Nike tracksuits, Nike two pieces, bits and bats of training gear, and I get nothing. Do you know what I mean? So it's nice for me because I've never really had that. Do you know what I mean? I've always had to work and money, as does everybody. So it's a nice little bonus for me when I'm getting companies send me things. There's your stuff. You don't need to worry about spending. This will probably cost what, 120 quid?
Yeah, you just get it as a thank you.
It's 120 quid I don't have to spend, and when they give me 2, 3, 4 different things at a time to help me through my training camps, it's just a massive way off having to spend money. You know, other people want me to get their brand awareness, so it's like a reciprocal sort of business acquisition where both parties, it might cost one a financial amount, but in the build up to that, we're both helping each other, because now I'm starting to build a bit of a following. And pretty much my followers are fitness people and people that are following the fighting. Don't get me wrong, I will have followers just from here, there and everywhere. Yeah. But people know on my Instagram and them platforms, it's going to be a hell of a lot of boxing involved. Yes. Yeah. It's going to be stupid shit, because not only do I put my boxing and stuff to do with training up, I like to keep it not too serious. I put stupid shit up. Do you know what I mean? I have to be childish.
But the world needs more of that. It's that humanity, you know, because I think there is this really big approach when we look at social media, mental health even. People want to do the best of their life. They want to say, you know, I'm better than you, I have more than you, and be separate from people. Whereas I don't get that with you. I get a very down-to-earth approach. I see a family man, a businessman, and, you know, for you to be able to bring that awareness to brands as well, I think you do that for that reason. Yeah. I
know the worth of what that sort of thing does. I've been around it for a lot of years through other people and seen what this sort of thing brings. So I'm all for it. I'm all for helping each other out. And like you say, I'm down to earth, because I started in life with nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like we weren't brought up, me and my family, as rich and privileged people. We started right at the bottom.
And look where you've got to and what you've achieved. You must be so proud of that.
Well, yeah, of course I am. I'm proud in a way, but it's more so for me, for my family sort of thing. So to give my family a better life, and it's a good buzz. I won't lie to you, it's a good buzz. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, I'll do it for other people. I'll do this, I'll do that. I enjoy it. It's a buzz. It's like a buzz that you've never had before. When you win that fight and you get your arm raised, any buzz that you can tell me now, whether it be people with people with drugs, whatever people. Whatever else, whatever people get a buzz from, I can't explain this buzz. Yeah, like, you'd have to do it to understand it.
God, I don't think many people will ever get to understand that fully. But I mean, to have the guts to be able to do that, fair play, that is incredible. So yeah, I suppose watch this space and
100%. I won't be stopping fighting anytime soon.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
I intend on keep fighting, keep doing what I'm doing, build a profile of myself, turn myself into a character, so to speak, turn myself into a bit of a character and be like, you know, the cleaner sort of thing.
I love that. Seriously.
And I've sold the name. Yeah. Get the cleaner around. Someone's kicking off, get the cleaner in.
You come and mop afterwards, so you get the team straight in their uniform to go clean up the ring.
100%. I'm even thinking about, on one of my ring walks, I might come in on a motorised mop and bucket.
Yes!
That's
I love that.
But it's worth it. You know, there's a lot of things to play with, a lot of movement in what I do, because I'm not like your typical athlete who, you know, has to sort of be prim and proper. I can do what the fuck I want when I want it, really, within reason.
Yeah, that must be empowering to be able to say you have your own mind and voice in this. You know, you're not.
I've got to me what to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's nothing, you can do this, you can't do that. And don't get me wrong, trolls and stuff. I get people messaging me saying you shit, blah blah blah, this, that, and other, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, and I just ignore it. Somebody told me I was shit over there, and I said, yeah, I know, yeah, you couldn't be any more correct. I am shit, yeah.
Have you seen your fights? Would they say that to your face? Seriously?
No, these people can't confuse and torment people, but I'm thick-skinned. Me, that sort of stuff doesn't bother me. But there's people out there that it does bother, and these trolls, that's how they get the kicks on a daily basis. They're just fucking losers.
Encouragement, isn't it? Yeah. I mean,
I don't mind it.
Yeah, you've got a really good mindset. That's so strong, and I think the way that you deal with the thought of fighting as well, having that bigger picture and looking towards the future, that's fantastic.
That's it. Just live day for day at the minute. I don't really put any plans in place. I'm not like, if somebody said to me, what's your 5-year plan? I'd be like, I ain't got a 5-year plan. I ain't got a 12-day plan. Never mind a 12-month plan. Never. Do you know what I mean? I live day for day as it stands. Don't get me wrong, I've got things I want to do in life and certain places I want to be, but I don't have a 5-year plan. That could change daily.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
It's just come out blue.
Yeah, 10 days in and there you go, you're in the next.
I probably got asked this question. I used to work in sales years ago, and they say, "What's your 5-year plan, Josh?" Well, it wasn't in America or in England, but you know what I'm saying. I ask you, what's your 5-year plan? You'd be like, I want a nice car, I want a nice house, I want loads of money, I want 3 kids. Do you know what I mean? But then it changes. I would have never said, I want to be a bare knuckle boxer in 2020. What are we in, 2022? 2022.
2023.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I would have never said that.
Yeah.
So,
that's good. You have that spontaneity to be able to adjust and roll the punches. I think that's really important, to be able to just on the spot there, just think and go. And not many people can deal with that. It can be very stressful and overwhelming, I'd imagine, to be told, you're fighting next week.
Yeah.
You don't feel prepared, but you just take it in your stride. Like, just brush it off as if,
Business, isn't it? That's all it is. It's business. And I know that we're going to have a good night afterwards as well. So it's like when, say when do you go to festivals, Tracy?
Yeah.
Like, I love festivals, me. So that buzz of when I'm going to a festival.
Countdown, yeah.
It's that same sort of buzz because it's an event. It's not. I'm not just going to fight. I am going to fight, but that's for other people's entertainment.
Yeah, then it's everything afterwards that you get to enjoy.
Yeah, it's a big mad bonanza, frigging all bells and whistles. Do you know what I mean? It's fun. I'm creating with other people an event for people to go to have a nice time, have loads of fun.
Yeah.
Like, please, aren't you?
Same. Yeah. So, I mean, how now? Obviously, you're on social media and you're building this following. You are going to become an idol to people. They're going to look up to you. People that aspire to become fighters. What advice do you have?
I won't go as far as saying people will idolise me and look up to me. Maybe so. Maybe some people, but like I said to you, I would never turn around and say to anybody, I'm best fighter in the world, or I'm even a professional fighter or anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just going in and doing what I do. Do you know what I mean? I would never say I'm this, that, and other, and think anything of myself in that kind of way. Like, because I believe anybody could do it. Like, it's one of them things. Literally anybody could do it. It's just having bollocks to do it.
I don't think many people would, to be fair. Bare knuckle.
No. Oh. Yeah, maybe. But it's I just don't think it's a difficult thing to do. You're going to get in, you're going to have a fight, you're probably going to get punched, you're probably going to get hurt. It's not going to last forever. Yeah,
I mean, when you look at it that way, it probably does bring you that sense of control, that you realise it is a contained event, and win or lose, it will end. So
and it's done.
Yeah.
Pain's temporary.
Yeah. No, I love that.
Pain's temporary. Quitting lasts forever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, God, yeah. And do you get negative thoughts when that's going on, before, during, after, or are you just in that zone entirely?
I train myself mentally from day one. Like, when I know this is going down, like, I fight in my head. Like last night, that sounds a bit weird actually. So I'll go through the fight in my own head.
Yeah.
20. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And put myself in that position, put myself in the middle of a crowd. Like sometimes on night I get sweaty palms. Yeah. Do you know when you get like sort of, like I'm thinking about it all?
Yeah.
Tell myself, a little slap on the head and stop fucking thinking about it. Watch the chase. Do you know what I mean?
Policing yourself and almost manifesting, visualising that victory, and giving your body that understanding of what it feels like, so that you can then just run straight into it when you enter the ring.
Yeah, of course, because I reckon if you didn't do that, well, I do it strategically and for a meaningful purpose. So when I get in there, I'm not going in and be like, oh shit, I'm shook. Do you know what I mean? I've already played it over in my head 150 times.
Yeah.
So I'm going to experience of that fight that might not work out the way that it does in my head, or in certain ways it may not. But I've put myself in that position mentally, so my brain's not just thinking, shit, where are we?
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, the psychology of it must be mind-blowing, and it's so fascinating like how you deal with it. Yeah, I'm sure that's a great mindset for many people to take on, not just in fighting, but all aspects of life, to have that self-belief. And
yeah, of course,
yeah.
Sorry, I keep like wobbling. This chair's got like a bit of a wobbly leg on it, so you keep seeing me move backwards and forwards. It's because of that.
I know, I love it. Thank you. I've had so much fun just getting to know your mind. I think it's absolutely fascinating, and it's something that I will be avidly watching, probably like this, but you know.
There's no need. Remember what I just said to you before about the pain is temporary, and you see all this, all the marks on the face, and I'll tell you one thing actually before we concluding this.
Oh yeah.
So there's a massive stigma around bare knuckle boxing. Massive stigma. You must be a criminal, you must be a drug dealer, you must be... A lot of it's around travellers.
Yeah.
Got a huge stigma saying you've got to be within this category. You must be within this category to be a bare knuckle boxer. Whereas, the conversation me and you have had today, I'm a family man. I love my kids more than anything in life. I love my family. I love that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm a businessman. I've worked hard all my life.
I don't category, do you, of a bare knuckle boxer? The stereotype that people put onto that.
Exactly, and that stereotype that holds a stigma around the sport is people are uneducated on this sort of thing. So do you know why gloves boxing came around?
No.
And I challenge you, correct me if I'm... Because it started off bare knuckle. That's how it started out.
Wow.
And it brought in gloves to protect the fighter's hands, not to protect their opponent's face.
Oh God! So they could keep fighting.
Of course. So think about this one. In my fight that I have the weekend coming, it's 4 rounds. Yeah?
Gosh, yeah.
You probably take 2 good punches in bare knuckle and they're knocked out, or the cut and it gets called off. Yeah?
Yeah.
Whereas a gloved boxing match, you might go 12 rounds.
Yeah.
And 100 punches landed thrown each round. You might get hit 500 times.
Gosh, yeah. Yeah, so it's to draw it out, build that show.
The bare knuckle looks more brutal, but you're getting hit and it's game over.
Yeah, yeah.
In glove boxing, you're getting hit that many times. Well, look at Muhammad Ali. Look at them people that they end up brain damaged.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not really bare knuckle, do you know what I mean? You're getting a cut there that looks horrible. Do you know what I mean? You're getting a broken, it looks awful. You're getting blood, it looks awful. 2 days later, that's sound. It's gone, done.
So it's always safer in comparison when you look at it. The trauma.
100%. It just looks more. It looks more brutal. It is more brutal at the time.
You get a cleaning team, don't you, to clear up afterwards?
Exactly. But if you asked me, do you want a broken nose on Saturday and a cut eye, or do you want to have Parkinson's when you're at the age of 50? And which one is it?
No comparison, is there? Yeah, I mean,
no, it's when you're choosing, regardless of what anybody has to say about which. No, I'd want the Parkinson's. No, you won't. Stop talking shit. You want the broken nose. You want a little cut on the eye because that's gone in 2 weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. Gosh, I mean, that is one way to look at it for sure.
Oh, yeah. People need to think about it like that because people say to me, "Oh, are you an illegal bare knuckle boxer?" I'm like, it's not legal. It's very legal. It's all sanctioned. Everything about it is. It's exactly the same as boxing, just with no gloves. Yeah. Exactly.
Absolutely. It's the same art, isn't it? And I think breaking down those taboos and actually showing people what's truly involved, I think that's such a big change that we need, in this modern day and age with stereotypes and judgments. So, you are paving the way, undoubtedly, for more to come. So you must be so proud.
Appreciate it.
What do you say to your opponent if he's watching this now, ahead of your fight?
What would I say to him? Good luck, and you're a bigger man than most people.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That is so good. Oh, well, thank you. I've had so much fun interviewing you. And I can't wait to see how it all turns out on Saturday.
Well, it's been fun, and thank you very much. I feel privileged that you've put me in this position, so thank you very much to know you. Well, you getting to know me. Lovely you getting to know me. Very nice.
I really enjoyed you getting to know me.
Basically what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.